For the best value in domain names, look no further than Namecheap, where you could get domains for as low as $3.98. Plus, get 1 year of WhoIsGuard privacy protection for free. For more information, check out the affiliate link in the description area below. Hey, welcome to another episode of GeekOutdoors.com. Back in 1997, Apple ran a really powerful and popular marketing campaign called Think Different. And at the time, it made a lot of sense. But now in 2017, thinking different is probably the last thing that I think about when I think about people who are primarily Apple users. However, if you think about Linux in general, it's not just about thinking different, it's also being different. And that's the main thing that I wanted to talk about today, because if you have not heard of Linux or have actually used Linux as your primary operating system, I think it's something that you should consider, because different is the word that really best describes not only the operating system, but also the community and the experience that surrounds Linux. Okay, and so if you think about things like the Microsoft Windows, okay, a lot of people use Microsoft Windows. It is the main desktop operating system all around the world. However, it's very similar. Okay, it's very controlled in terms of the way that it looks, the way that it functions. Okay, and in Apple, it's even more so. As anybody who uses an Apple Mac OS, whether it's on iOS or on the desktop, it's very controlled. It's a very walled garden, as the term implies, that a lot of people heard of. And so in that case, being different, or actually doing things that are different, it's not something that's there in those operating systems. I would say Microsoft Windows has more flexibility in terms of doing that. And from a design standpoint and a support standpoint, it makes sense for you to have consistency throughout. Okay, just look at Android. Android is on top of the Linux kernel, and definitely you can customize it way more than either Apple's iOS or the Windows Phone whenever it was around. And so, but slowly but surely, it is also becoming more standard, more homogenized. Okay, more of the same. Okay, even that's happening as well. So I understand the whole point of keeping it that way. However, with Linux as an operating system, specifically as a desktop operating system, it's always different. Okay, even though you have the same version of Linux, like the same distribution like Linux Mint or Ubuntu, or the many other hundreds or potentially thousands of distributions, even though the functionality underneath, it's primarily the same depending upon how you use it. It's different. Okay, you could make it the way you want. You can add additional functionality. You could even change the actual foundation of it if you want it. Okay, and so that is something that I think hopefully will never change, that you will always have that ability to be different, not only from a visual standpoint, but also in terms of the one word that we always think about is in terms of the freedom that you have to express yourself in the way that you want. And then if you think about objectively, Linux, the kernel especially, is on more types of different devices than any other operating system or any other kernel ever created, as far as I know. It's on way more types of devices. And also the type of people who are using the Linux operating system, I think they're very different, in my opinion. Okay, and as more and more people come to understand Linux as an operating system, then I think they will appreciate the fact that being different is something that should always be embraced, and that you could do that through Linux. Okay, so if you had any thoughts on it, leave it in the comments area below. And as always, if you did enjoy these videos, you did get a lot of value out of them, leave a like and subscribe. And if you wanted to support my channel further, you could do that at patreon.com/geekoutdoors. Thanks for checking out this episode. And as always, if you like these videos, be sure to click on the subscribe button. And for full written content, audio content, and additional geek stuff, head over to geekoutdoors.com, and I'll see you outdoors on the very next episode.